So we're going to be drawing these hot air balloons. If you notice, there's different designs. So you're going to pick the designs that you want. You can pick, pick and choose to make it your own. These are just ideas. Before we get into the actual drawing, though, I want to talk to you guys about the star, because the star is a really pretty, really nice shape to do, but they're kind of hard to draw. So I'm just going to kind of show you right now the way that I draw a star on things like this. So you can go ahead and turn this over. And then for me, when I draw a star, I just do with my pencil, I just do a light, actually just draw the star, the star. And then once I kind of have the outline, then I take my black pen and I go around it. So it's not going to be perfect even, but I just go around it, but without going into the middle of it. And I kind of come up with the star. Stars are hard. So this isn't like perfect or anything, but you get the idea. And that's how I draw my bigger stars. You can kind of like play with it a little bit. So drawing a star like this is kind of hard. It's thinner right here and thicker right here. It's just kind of hard to do. You can play around with it and practice a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta like play with it a little. This one looks like it's a little bit better, but just kind of play with it. And then once you have the star, then you can erase the middle part, and then you have a star. So that is how I do my stars. It's not perfect or anything, but that's how I do it. Okay, so we are gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna draw something like this, a hot air balloon, but we're gonna have a person inside. It's gonna be you. And then we're not gonna do the blue sky. So we're just gonna do a cute little person inside of a hot air balloon. Okay, so to start, you're gonna need a pencil and a drawing pen, black drawing pen. To start, we're gonna draw really, really lightly. Most of the stuff we're gonna be erasing, so you wanna make sure, actually all of it you're gonna be erasing, so make sure your lines are really light, sketch lines. Okay, so for the first part, we're just gonna go ahead and sketch a circle. It should be about this big, because this is gonna be like the top part of our balloon. Then we're gonna be bringing it kind of down a little bit. And then you're gonna just kind of leave that, that's just for placement really, and then you're gonna be drawing some lines for your basket. So see how lightly I'm drawing these lines. So this is gonna be my basket, and then I'm gonna draw where my head's gonna be. So just thinking comparatively, size-wise, where the head is. Okay, so then once you have that, that's kind of like the basic outline. Make sure it's really light. Then we're gonna draw our face first. And remember, it's an oval. We're gonna start out as an oval shape. So go ahead and draw an oval shape for your head. It can kind of come down for the chin. And then we're gonna just draw the neck. So we're just gonna draw like the top part of ourselves, and then the shirt, and then it's coming down like this. If you want to be saying hello, you can also just leave it like that. But if you want to be saying hello, then just come down right about here, and your arm is going to come up like this, and then we're just going to draw. Hand. Okay, so then that's the basic outline of myself. We're gonna, you can draw like your hairline. So remember, and ears, we're not gonna do as detailed as we normally do. So girls, you would draw your hairline like this, and then hair down like this. Okay, that's for girls. Let me just erase and show you for a boy. boy, your hair still comes down on your head and comes above. Sometimes we kind of have hair like this. This is kind of like where your hairline comes. It comes like, if you kind of comes like above your head like that. If you have like spiky hair. Okay. I'm gonna leave the face details for when we draw with pen. We don't really need to do that. We're just doing like a basic outline. Okay, so then now we have our balloon. We're gonna go ahead, this is just the outline, so we're gonna go ahead and it's gonna come down like this. So I'm gonna start right around here. Just kind of come down. I'm gonna curve it a little bit above the head. You could also do it behind, because it's still there. Actually, I think I am gonna do that, it looks better. The balloon's still there, but you're just in front of it. So I'm drawing it like that. And then now we're gonna be, so the balloon kind of comes a little bit above, like right like this. So my first line, I'm gonna start at the bottom and I'm gonna go up like this and come down. So see how we have our original circle line and then we just went a little bit above. We're just using this circle as a baseline. Then we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna just go a little bit above and come down on this side. And we're gonna do the same thing on this side. It kind of looks like petals. Then I'm just gonna go like that and extend it a little bit out more. And I'm gonna do the same thing. Okay, so then that's our basic shape of our hot air balloon. Then you can do different designs. We're not gonna do the designs before we do the pen, but look at this paper. There's lots of different things you can choose. You can take a little bit of from each one, like, oh, I like the stars here, but I also, maybe I'll put the stars in right here, or I like this, or just pick different patterns that you want. You don't have to pick stuff from here. These are just ideas. But if you do something like this, notice how the lines are going up here and then they're going down here. So I'm just gonna make one of my sections, I'm gonna section off one of my sections lightly, pencil, and then, so that really gives that depth that kind of shows the lines of the balloon. Okay, so then now we're gonna get a drawing pen. And now I'm gonna do the outline of everything. So I'm gonna start with the face. And it should be super light because we're gonna erase everything. And you wanna make sure you really erase everything before you add color so that it doesn't, make sure I have 5 fingers there, so that it doesn't blend or bleed the pencil line, because you don't want that on there, because the pencil line can smear, especially with lighter colors. Okay, so I'm just gonna go through right now. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, and then I will meet you back here. All right, so once you have your outline, then we're gonna go ahead and color. Color it in. I'm gonna have you pick a few colors. So kind of pick your palette. I would say no more than 3 or 4, maybe even 5 colors that you're gonna be using. Once you have your color palette, then you're just gonna kind of decide what you're gonna color in. What's really nice about these is you can color pretty hard. So you wanna make it really nice and colorful, you know, fully color it in. I like to outline it a little bit first and then go and color it in. What's nice about these is you can layer colors. You can shade them in a little bit if you want to. That's kind of like taking it to the next step. But for the sake of Square One Art, we want it to just be really nice and bright. So I wouldn't really worry about shading too much. So I would just kind of stick with, you know, just making it nice and bright. I did want to show you here on the face, ways you can maybe add a little detail. So for the shading of the face, or I'm sorry, the coloring of the face, you want to make sure to get all the parts. You can add like little cheeks if you want with a little bit of the pink or red. So you can layer colors. Boys, you might not want to do that, but you can kind of blend it in. So I'm kind of taking my color and blending it over. And then like if you do the hair, you want to blend like a little bit of brown. You can just kind of blend in to kind of give like some highlights. So see, I'm just kind of using this to go over it. So I've blending. I'm actually layering a darker color on top of a lighter color. So you can do that too. You can do that with your, you know, if you wanted to on the hot air balloon. It usually looks better if you do colors that are very similar so that it looks like it's shaded. So if you're gonna do yellow, you would use like a darker yellow or something like that. Okay, so go ahead and enjoy, have fun with this. And only I would stick with 3 or 4 colors. I wouldn't have it be too many colors. You want it to be bright and beautiful. Don't be afraid to leave some of it white. That's totally fine to leave it white. If you did want to color in some things black, like let's say maybe I want to color my stars in black, you can use a thicker marker to color in black. You could use the Prismacolor to color in black too. That's an option. All right. Oh, one more thing before you guys go. On the basket, if you want, you can color, like I'm just gonna outline my lines that I did in black. I'm gonna outline pretty hard in brown. And then I'm gonna go through with the same brown, but I'm just gonna color it in a little lighter. So I'm just gonna go through, I'm just tracing that line. This is another way you can shade too, using the same color. Just doing lighter and darker colorings of it. And then I'm just gonna lightly go through. So see how I'm just lightly going through and I'm using that same color, but you can see that it's darker right there. So with colored pencils, you wanna try to stay in the same direction. Especially lighter colors so it doesn't look all weird. This way I do kind of have to go across, but try to stay in the same direction or make it look like you are. All right, and so that's how I shade it in with the same color. I'll show you right here. I'll do it one more time with the shirt. I'm gonna do an outline of a darker of this green. And then I'm just gonna press lighter and it shades with the same color. So you can do that also. Okay, all right. Go ahead and have fun. This is the fun part. Okay, so I finished coloring it. It probably will take you a little while and that's totally fine. Just take your time. Also, if you notice, I did leave a little part white. Don't be afraid to leave a little places white here and there. If you want to, guys, you could do some clouds, but remember they might kind of go behind or a little bit on top. But you're not going to probably be able to see the whole cloud. And you only want a couple. You don't want it to take away. You don't have to do clouds, but to do it, I'm just going to use my black, and I'm just going to do it and see how it's kind of going behind. And I might have one like up here, because this is showing overlapping. You don't have to do the clouds. We're not going to color it in blue. That would just be a big mess of blue. But you are, if you want to practice drawing some clouds on the other side, you can. But you can draw a few clouds if you want. I'm just going to probably draw 3. And I think that's it. So have fun, and I can't wait to see your hot air balloons.